Good day, si Edmaps na naman po ito. Ang pag-uusapan natin ngayon is related sa pag-ibig. So, bago tayo pumunta sa ating main topic, ano ba ang meaning nitong pag-ibig? So, pag-ibig means pagtutulungan sa kinabukasan, ikaw, bangko, industriya, at gobyerno. So, yan yung literal meaning ng pag-ibig. Okay? So, proceed now to our main topic. Pag-ibig housing loan. So, ito po ang impormasyon na ito is or yung malalaman nyo rito, lalong-lalo na dun sa mag-a-avail pa lang, mahalaga po. So, okay. Pag-ibig housing loan. So, ang coverage ng topic natin for today is number one, eligibility requirements. Two, documentary requirements. Three technical requirements that needs to consider prior to availing house and lot. So, isa sa mga importante ito kasi dito papasok yung malalaking expenses na bubunuhin mo pag nag-avail ka ng pag-ibig housing loan. Number four, option for over delayed, let's say 3 or more months payments na hindi ka na nakabayad due to financial problem. So, yan, ano ba yung paraan or work around para hindi ma-buyback yung house and lot mo and makapag, I mean, makapagtuloy ka pa rin ng pagbabayad sa inabil mo loan. Number five is tips on how to lower or lessen yung years no payment. So, let's say, nabil mo siya ng 30 years. So, paano mabababa to, let's say, 10 years or less? So, yan, may mga paraan tayo dyan. Okay. So, next is, ito, eligibility, eligibility requirements. Sorry, eligibility requirements. Should be Pag-ibig member. So, either Pag-ibig 1, Pag-ibig 2, or Pag-ibig Overseas Program. So, either sa tatlong yan, and dapat 24 months ka ng member. So, let's say, paano kung hindi ka member, maa-avail ko ba yung housing loan and ayoko na maghintay ng 2 years. So, pwede naman. Kung hindi ka member, need mo lang i-apply yung Pag-ibig 1 and one-time payment for doon sa 24-month lump sum na equivalent to 4.8K. And siyempre, kailangan mong i-continue yung monthly contribution mo worth 200 pesos a month. Okay. So number two, not more than 65 years old at the date of loan application and must be insurable, provided further that he is not more than 70 years old. So pag 70 ka na pataas, hindi ka na eligible to avail the housing loan. And pag let's say 60 ka na, so kailangan insured ka. So may mga ganun kasi na medyo late na silang nag-avail ang ano, kasi doon lang sila nagkapera. So yun, nag-avail sila ng housing loan and dapat insured sila. Three is has a legal capacity to acquire and encumber real property. So kailangan mo ng capacity to pay yung monthly amortization na yun. Over the years, kung ilan man years yung usapan nyo ni Pag-ibig. Number four, has passed satisfactory background, credit, and employment, business checks, o Pag-ibig Fund. So, ito yung CI, ito yung tawag. Number five, has no outstanding Pag-ibig housing loan, either as a principal borrower or co-borrower. So, pag borrower or co-borrower ka na, let's say, ng malapit mong kamag-anak, hindi ka na pwedeng mag-avail for another housing loan para sa sarili mo. So, yun yung number five. Number six, had no Pag-ibig housing loan that was foreclosed, canceled, bought back due to default, or subject to whatsoever. So, yun yung inabail mo, let's say, nag-avail ka last or previous na nag-avail ka ng housing loan and then pinabayaan mo yon, so na-foreclose or canceled, na-default siya, so blacklisted ka na sa Pag-ibig at hindi ka na pwedeng mag-avail pa ng housing loan nila. Number 7 has no outstanding Pag-ibig multipurpose loan in arrears at the time of loan application. So, kailangan wala kang multipurpose loan in or yung mga arrears kapag nag-avail ka nito. And let's say, nag-avail ka ng bahay sa umpisa and then gusto pang mag-avail ulit. So, hindi pwede yung ganun. Hindi pwedeng pagsabayan yung dalawang housing loan. So, tatapusin mo muna yung isa and then pwede ka na mag-avail ulit. So, but it depends. Let's say yung available na bahay na i-loan mo is katabi mo lang. So, pagkatabi, okay yon. Magiging tinatawag nilang additional adjacent housing loan ang tawag doon. Pero pag magkahiwalay yung location, hindi pwede. Okay, Pag-ibig contribution. Ito yung monthly contribution mo. So, ang 200, ito yung basic. Ang pwede lang i-avail yan sa housing loan is up to 500K. So, what if 1M na siya ang gusto mong bahay? So, pwede naman yan. Ang requirement niyan is 450 monthly contribution. So, yung excess na 250 rito, isa-sum up nila dun sa monthly amortization ng housing loan mo. So, ang maximum na pwedeng ibigay ng Pag-ibig is nasa 6M. So, for now. And then, yun, let's say, ayaw mo nang increasean yung 200 monthly contribution mo. So, magbabayad ka lang ng 2,750 additional plus yung monthly amortization mo rito. So, of course, isi-CI ka niyan. So, kung kaya mong mag-avail yung 6M, ibibigay nila sa'yo. Pag hindi, pupunta ka dito sa mas mababang house and lot na presyo ng house and lot. Documentary requirements. So, ito yung isa sa mga i-discuss natin. So, number 1 is housing loan application with recent ID photos of borrower. So, kailangan identical yung ID mo. So, humingi ka na ng mas maraming kopya kasi gagamitin mo yon throughout yung pagiging process mo hanggang sa matapos siya. So, membership status loan or status verification slip. Ito yung parang checklist, yung mga contribution mo way back, kung pwede ka na or entitled ka na ba to avail yung housing loan. Proof of income, so isa dito yung COE, naka-indicate doon yung monthly income mo, and yung isa sa mga requirements is yung payslip din, titingnan nila yan. Photocopy of valid ID back to back sa'yo at sa asawa mo. And then kung may co-borrower ka, likewise yung asawa niya. So, number 5 is authorization to conduct credit background investigation. So, ito yung CI. So, let's say if you are an employee, yung mga sinubmit mong requirements sa kanila galing sa employer mo, imbestigahan nila yan. Tawagin nila yung employer mo to check na tama nga ba yung mga dineclare mong or sinubmit mong requirements. So, yun. So, for OFW members, kailangan ng special power of attorney. Let's say, kung aalis ka, lalabas ka abroad, mag-execute ka ng SPA, notarized yun na attorney, para iwan mo dun sa maglalakad ng housing loan mo. So, yun. Number 7 is insurance coverage. So, ito yung additional requirement para doon sa medyo may edad na. So, yan. Kailangan insured sila para bago sila maka-avail ng housing loan. Okay. Number 8 is married contract for all married borrowers, co-borrowers, spouse, family, at family members included in the computation. So, birth certificate, or any proof of relationship with co-borrowers, family members, which is included dun sa aggregate income. So we have also technical requirements aside from documentary requirements. So sa end ko, dahil kumuha ako ng house and lot sa isang subdivision, which is developer ang may-ari nun. So, submit lang ako ng requirements, fill up ng forms, yung processing fee, kinuha ko in 2 years. So, ang developer na yung nag-process sa pag-ibig. So, yun yung, I mean, hindi na siya hassle dun sa gaya ng ikaw yung maglalakad ng mga requirements. So, para malaman mo yung mga details, ito yung mga kailangan mo. So, kung ikaw yung maglalakad ng requirements, this is a technical requirements also applicable for second owner. So, ito yung mga gagastusin mo pag nag-transfer ka ng title. So, maliban dun sa, siyempre yung deed of sale na babayaran mo dun sa previous owner. So, one is BIR requirement for the issuance of car. Yung tinatawag nilang certificate authorizing registration. So, ito yung needs na kailangan mong i-process, which is yung existing owner. So, ililipat na yun sa name mo. So, estimate expenses is 7.5% of the total amount of housing loan. Next is transfer tax. So, from previous owner, ikaw na ngayon yung maging owner ng house and lot. So, yan. Includes dito yung tax clearance, title, deed of sale. So, ito lang yung ino-note nyo rito. So, once na notarize na yung deed of sale, kailangan mong i-process yung car mo within 60 days. Or else, magkakaroon ka ng mga 1% penalty dun sa total amount ng house and lot. So, pag walang penalty, estimate expenses is 0.5% ng total amount of house and lot. Number 3 is register of deeds. So, includes receipt and tax clearance, yellow copy of car, tax certificate, deed of sale, original copy of title, BIR form original. So, estimate expenses, naglalaro sa 10 to 12K. Number 4, assessor for the transfer of tax. So, mostly dito is mga photocopy lang. So, copy of new title, copy of tax decks, blue copy of card, deed of sale, transfer, tax certificate, tax clearance. So, estimate expenses nasa 1K. So, kung yung title is ipapasok mo sa pag-ibig, kailangan mo yung number 5. So, annotation of LMA or yung loan and mortgage agreement. Kasi, hindi mo siya mabayaran buo dun sa dating may-ari. So, ipapasok mo ngayon sa pag-ibig para yung pag-ibig ang magbabayad sa dating may-ari. At ikaw naman yung magbabayad sa pag-ibig via monthly amortization. So, it includes BIR Form 2000, doc stamp, original title, notarized LMA, tax clearance, new tax deck. So, estimate expenses, 6 to 8K. So, yung next slide natin is ito yung estimate computation. So, ito yung total. So, yung number 1, so balik tayo. Yung 1, 2, 3, and 4 is applicable yan kung nilipat mo na yung title from previous or existing na owner to your name. So, yan. And yung number 5, need lang kapag ipapasok mo siya sa pag-ibig. Okay, so ito na yon. Number 1, yung BIR, yung car. Hindi 7.5% yan. Let's say, sample natin is 1M yung worth ng house and lot mo. So, pawagsak yan mga 75K. Transfer of tax. So, ito, transfer tax to. Ito, rate. So, 0.5% of 1M. So, 5K yan. Registry of deeds, so 10K. Transfer of tax deck, 1K. So, naglalaro na yun sa 91K. So, medyo additional ito, aside dun sa 1M. So, yun yung mga gastusin dyan. And additional 6K pag ipapasok mo naman siya sa pag-ibig. Kailangan mo kasi itong LMA na to. So, 97K lahat. So, yan. Yan yung mga i-consider mo prior to availing house and lot. So, pag malaki ang value, mas malaki yung babayaran. Guide on pag-ibig payment facilities. So, meron tayong over-the-counter, nearest pag-ibig branch, Metrobank, Landbank, SM Business Center, ordering via credit card or Globe GCash, online payment, UPB, BPI, LBP, Security Bank, Banknet. Number 4, overseas remittances. So, meron tayong PNB, AUB, Remit, any foreign tie-ups. So, let's say, medyo hindi ka agad makabayad or over delay na masyado yung arrears mo or yung monthly, let's say, monthly amortization mo, let's say 3 or more months. So, ang maganda dyan is pumunta ka na ng malapit na Pag-ibig branch and then papareconstruct mo na lang yung monthly mo. So, para mawala yung arrears mo, but ang mangyari doon is medyo lalaki yung monthly payment mo. Let's say, dating 4K, magiging 4.3K na or 4.5K na. So, depende. So, I suggest kunin ng 30-year, 30-year term yung payment nyo para hindi kayo masyadong pressure sa mga babayarin. Lalo na pag nagkaroon ka ng financial problem. So, yun. At least hindi siya pressure. Okay, so ito yung tips to lessen the years of payment term. Sample from 30 na inabil mo, gagawin mo lang 10 years or less. So, possible lahat yan. So, kung napanood niyo yung video ko last time regarding ways to invest, may mga details ako doon. So, kung paano kumita ng extra. So, yun. So, let's say meron kang paupahan na maliit. So, let's say sa isang squatter, nakabil ka ng bahay doon, pinaupa mo. So, yun. Kita doon, pwede mo ilagay rito. Meron kang maliit na tindahan or meron kang food cart business. So, yan. Yung kikitain mo dyan, ilalagay mo dito sa Pag-ibig. Likewise, yung let's say nag-avail ka ng MP2, so renewable ito every 5 years. So, lakihan mo na yung amount na iulog mo dyan. And then, ibuhos mo na lahat yan dito sa Pag-ibig para mamiksi yung years of payment mo. Likewise with the stock, so yung ibang excess mo rito or kita mo, hindi mo rin ilagay sa Pag-ibig. So, other than that, mayroon kang, let's say, nag-invest ka pa with other investment like yung sa Farmon, yung BUL, which is yung maturity nito is 10 years. Yung online marketing mo, let's say may mga kita ka dyan, pwede mo rin ilagay sa Pag-ibig Fund. Or kung wala ka nung mga to, wala kang investment, wala kang small business, so worst case, kung wala kang choice, yung 13 month mo na lang, so, huwag mong bawasan yan, iulog mo sa Pag-ibig para umiksi yung year of payment term mo. So, mababayaran mo ng mas maaga or mas maiksi yung kanyang housing loan. And then, you can avail for another housing loan kung gusto mo. And I suggest medyo sa ibang location ka naman kumuha. Okay? So, yan yung pwedeng paraan na mapaiksi yung bayarin. If you find this video informative, hit the like button, comment, and subscribe. Again, this is Edmap's video tutorial.